Rusty Quill presents
Ain't Slayed Nobody is a produced actual play podcast intended for adults, and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode notes for content warnings, and listen with care. We have been going hard with the Halloween content, and Rev from the CritShow is going to run this for us, which is really cool because when I proposed you running a game for us, you brought up this thing I've never heard of. I thought it might be Monster of the Week or something like that, but you proposed The Witch is Dead, which I just have this one page, so it looks like a pretty simple, quick game, but it also looks really cool based on, I read like 50% of this one page. So, and I invited Bridgett and Rina, who both graciously accepted pretty much immediately, maybe on name alone.
This is, as you mentioned, The Witch is Dead by Grant Howitt. Grant Howitt makes a ton of one-page RPGs, and here's the simple introduction for The Witch is Dead. Once upon a time, there was a kind and wise and beautiful witch who lived in the forest with her familiars, and her life was peaceful and happy until a fucking witch hunter broke into her cottage and dragged her out and fucking murdered her. But if you get revenge and kill him and bring his eyes to her corpse within a week, she'll come back to life. Or so you've heard. Even if it doesn't work, at least he's dead. So this game is very simple. The first thing that you all will do, and we have actually done beforehand, is you will roll a 10-sided die to determine what animal, what familiar you are. So what familiar is everyone?
I rolled a hare, so I'll be playing a rabbit.
And I rolled a cat, so I'll be playing a cat named Precious.
I rolled a cat, but didn't want two cats, so I re-rolled and rolled for a toad.
So you'll notice that on your animal, you have 4 stats. You have clever, fierce, sly, and quick. Anything that you do in this game is going to be in one of those categories. And this game uses just a single D10 for everybody. So when you roll that D10, when you're trying to do something, you'll add the appropriate stat bonus to it. So if you rolled a 6 and you've got a 2, you'll have an 8. The next thing you have to roll with your D10 is the bit of magic that the witch taught you to help her around the house. So what spell do you each know?
Bunny picked up distract / confuse.
And Precious the cat picked up Speak Human.
Which is pretty boss.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Todd the toad knows Make Flame, which I was excited about because that's how I like to play these games anyway.
And so the thing to note is that there is danger in this game. So if you're doing something that is dangerous, and as a kind of side note, using magic is always dangerous, but if you're doing something that puts you in danger, if you fail that roll, you will add a point to your current danger chart. So you'll start at 0, and then you'll build up from there. If at any time you're attempting something and you roll under your danger modifier, you get captured, you get caught. It is the end of your story. So I also have rolled some random dice to find out about the witch hunter and the village in which they have come from and have escaped to. So I think to paint a little picture for all of you, what exactly does your witch's hut look like? Like what kind of environment does she or did she live in? Does she rest in?
I think it's more of a cottage, like a nice cozy cottage, not so much a hut.
Yeah.
So lots of books, lots of cozy things, crochet, tea, all that sort of thing. The occasional pentagram,
Mm-hmm.
Just for some extra razzle-dazzle, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful garden outside that is partially barricaded by river rock stone wall.
And this just huge stone perimeter outside of the cottage to ward off anyone who's unwanted. Probably smoke always coming out of the chimney.
Yeah.
Because I'm making flame inside.
Yeah, always, just nonstop. With every hop. You all go to sleep one evening and everything is right with the world. The witch is cozy and comfy inside of her cottage, and you awake to the sound of the door shutting, and you see a shadowy figure moving away out through the garden and over the wall, and you can hear the witch gasping, and she looks at you all. They've killed me. Get them. Get their eyes. Bring them back. You can Save me. And she slumps over. You can see the direction that this shadowy figure is headed towards the closest town to you. What is that town called?
Skimbleshanks.
Mm-hmm. It absolutely is.
I had the same one.
Yes.
Scambleshanks is a little village that is on the water. There's a dock or two that ships come in and drop things off, kind of like a really tiny port where things can come and go and move in and out of, but it is the closest place to you all, and that is the direction that you see this shadow moving in.
Todd is seated in, it's kind of this homemade clay ashtray. I think just in shock from the death of the witch, who's the only human that he's ever connected to. Mm-hmm. So just kind of stunned by the whole thing, watching probably Precious and Bunny, who are more respectable animals.
Precious kind of saunters over to the witch and sort of sniffs, nudges at her face. Well, I'm not going to get breakfast this morning unless we kill this motherfucker, so...
You guys know that Bunny is not very bright at all. Bunny has a 0 clever, and I'm going to lean into that with her tonight. So Bunny is just sitting outside of Mother with this vacant expression on her face, and she's just nervously tapping her foot, thump, 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 thump on the ground, which you know is one of her ways of expressing emotion. She's just thump, 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 thump.
That's going to irritate Todd. the thumping. You know, Todd's kind of a surly toad. I'll hop down off of the fireplace mantle where that ashtray was seated and kind of hop over toward the body, give a dirty look to Bunny and maybe a eager look toward Precious to see what we're going to do about this. But I do want to make my way toward the door to see if I can glean anything else about where this murderer went.
Mm-hmm. You know, I think that really the clearest vision that you have going over the garden wall is directly towards Scrambleshanks.
Okay.
So we gotta get some motherfucking eyes. Let's go, bitches. And Precious just saunters out, tail waving, running for the wall, but she's gonna stop and push something off the top of the wall because it's there. Just push it off and keep going.
Now, is Precious mindful of the other animals or just going as fast as they can?
Well, you can't make a cat go any faster than it wants to go at any given time. Sure. So she's waiting to see if everyone's following behind her. She's just jumped off the wall.
Yeah, Todd has never really been outside the house very much, at least not recently. So I think that he's just going to follow along eagerly. But maybe like a slow down.
There's like a hard pause where Bunny is all by herself in the house, and she's still vacant face, still thumping, thumping, thump, 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 thump. And then she slowly stops thumping, looks around and realizes that she's in the house by herself. So she sprints full speed. She has a 3 on quick, sprints full speed, face crashes directly into the stone wall, jumps back, goes for it again, crashes into the same damn wall again.
I picture Todd flipping backward into the mud as Bunny runs past.
Just getting knocked akimbo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Before she makes the leap, she looks down at Toad to make sure Toad can clear that distance.
Don't worry about me. I can jump, I think, looking at my sheet.
I think.
Yeah, I think for everybody to get over this wall, I think it's fierce, unless you've got something else.
Fierce is my 0 stat. Okay. I was going to ask, since Todd, sorry, that's going to mess me up the whole game. Since Todd is pretty small relative to the other animals, is it possible that there's a gap in the wall, like a missing stone at the bottom, something like that? He could wriggle through?
Why don't you give me a clever to try to see if you can find a spot where you can shimmy through?
Okay.
And the difficulty for this is going to be not high, it's a 6.
Okay, I rolled 8 + 1, so looks
well
good.
Done.
Yeah, so you were able to find a gap in one of the stones and kind of squish your way through.
I got a 7 + 1, so an 8. Just leap up, knock over some flowers that were just sitting on top, and then jump down.
They shatter next to Todd.
Ooh, of course. Todd's going to fashion a little flower crown out of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Is this turning into Midsummer?
Yeah, it always does. That's where we always go now.
Yeah, it's all Midsummer all the time now.
It's the only movie I've seen in the last 5 years.
Could Bunny argue a quick
to like get back and sprint and make
sprint and make the
yeah
And probably fall into the pot that Precious just knocked over.
Yeah, this will be a 6 again, just like everybody else.
All right. So, oh, Jesus, I actually hit that. I hit a 6 on the nose.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah.
Bunny almost ran into that wall a third time.
Yeah, you leap over the wall and like you feel your back feet kind of drag over it and it sends you sprawling. But you are now successfully outside of this wall that keeps all of the visitors away from your dear witch. The trip to... I've already lost the name, Scambleshanks, is uneventful. What does this travel montage look like?
Precious is walking by herself, as cats do, and completely ignoring the others. I don't know them.
Todd, having been cooped up, is doing the opposite, kind of frolicking and almost like trying to hop around Precious and Bunny as they're moving and just doing his best to keep up as they're much faster, but also looking for every possible muddy puddle that he can find along the way to splash through.
Bunny is 30 feet ahead of you all. Wait, nope. Bunny's 30 feet behind you all. Nope, wait. She's 30 feet to the west. Nope. She's 30 feet to the east. Nope, wait. That's the experience. So, like, as Precious is like, I don't know them, it totally makes sense because Bunny's like, vroom.
I imagine that, like, as we kind of pan out from the side and we see all of you traveling along, that there is a bit of that montage where Todd and Bunny are playing leapfrog and Precious is in the line, but not joining in the jump that she just falls to the back, and then you all have to run around and jump over her again.
Yes.
100%.
Exactly what this looks like.
After about 5 hours, it's not super far, but you are small. You do make it to Scambleshanks.
I heard the witch call it Shanktown once.
That's for
what
a
is this,
completely
Jersey?
different reason, yeah.
Jersey.
And there's an old sign hanging off of like rusted hinges. And there's only maybe 24 buildings here. They're very run down. The streets are not well lit. You can hear the sound of fishermen and sailors kind of yelling in the fog. It's a very, very dark and gloomy town. And there are a couple people walking around, some people peddling some wares. And there's this one main entrance that goes into the town proper. It's got a wall made of wood all the way around it, except for this big main gate. And then that wall ends at the water, where, like if you were to sneak all the way around there, you could find the water and the docks and things like that. How do you want to go into town? Right now, the front gate is open. There's a guard there, but they're not really paying much attention, and there's carts coming and going.
I'm going to go up to the guard and like just kind of rub up against his legs.
Oh, hello there. How are you? He reaches down and like doesn't pet you, but holds his hand flat for you to brush against it if you want.
I sniff his hand and then do the kind of side head cat nuzzle.
Hey, you better get on in there. There's lots of fish heads to be about soon.
Nuzzle his hand and then trot in.
Okay.
While that was happening, Todd, I don't know if toads can roll their eyes, but certainly Todd was rolling his eyes as he just hopped in while the guard was distracted.
Yeah,
hopped straight through.
You know that gif with like the running chipmunk or something? It's like, that's Bunny.
Just straight by.
Yeah, just
frantic.
Quickly as she can, just running straight in. She's in a town. She's never seen this many people before. There's stuff here.
So you have gotten into Shanktown.
Shanktown.
It's not very, like I said, it's only maybe 24 buildings, and it's not overly deep either before you get to the water. But there's really no sense of, where this person could have gone, who this person was. How do you want to try to figure out who's responsible? They came in this direction, but how do you want to try to find him?
Precious, can you smell the murderer by any chance?
My senses are very keen. Thank you for noticing, Todd.
Yes.
Yeah, I think this is also going to be a clever.
Ooh. Okay.
Because, you went up to the witch and you sniffed around and bat at her. So I think the smell of her blood is in your nostrils still. So this is going to be a little more difficult. This is going to be a 7, we'll say.
Okay. Well, I don't have any points in clever, so... But it's a 9, so I think we're
Excellent.
Oh, nice.
So you are able to get a smell of that copper smell of the witch's blood. It's like a copper smell, but it's got this weird like mushroom undernote to it. And you are able to follow it. You track it to a bar that's in the middle of town. And there is a large swinging door at this bar, and you can hear kind of rowdy sounds coming from inside.
I think he's in there, drinking before 5 p.m. Very uncivilized.
How sure are you? It sounds dangerous in there.
Everything is dangerous when you are you, Todd.
Oh, I never. I miss the cottage. I think Todd is also at the same time being afraid of the bar a little bit, but also just looking around to see if there are any insects crawling around the streets. It's been a long journey.
Absolutely. There's enough here for a snack.
Okay,
Nice.
good. So he's going to fill up, maybe build a little courage that way.
Are there windows at the bar?
There are.
So it's going to be the trampoline, jump up, look around, down, jump up, look around, down.
Boing, boing,
Boing.
boing.
Todd's
Boing.
doing that alongside you, not getting anywhere near the window.
Scale is
Yes.
different.
As you leap up, what are you trying to see?
This is coming from Not Clever Bunny. So
Yeah.
how many peoples these things are inside? And is it a big space? Is it a small space? Is it single story like Mom's house? Is it multi-layer? Just kind of getting a lay and what the human Z's are doing.
Yeah, I don't think there's a rule for this. I think that you're able to jump up and peek inside, and you see a dozen people inside. One of them is behind this large wooden plank, and they are handing out these cups with liquid in them. And you can see that there are a set of stairs that go up and around, but then there's also another door that has a curtain over it that you can see that someone goes through every now and then that's behind this big wooden bar.
All right. So once she has that taken in, she will go back to Precious and tap that out with her foot. So like human Z, and then she can't actually count. So just tapping to approximately 12.
Well, we can just go and do the normal thing of being adorable, and then we kill him.
Were you including me in that? Adorable.
Well, I mean, you have the big eye thing going for you, Todd. So, I mean, who knows? Mom found you adorable. Maybe somebody else will.
Well,
You never know.
the last time I interacted with a human that wasn't Mom, he tried to lick me. It was very unpleasant.
Is there like, outside some like old medieval ye old pub kind of things, there's like flower boxes and stuff outside what should be a window. I'm gonna see if I can jump up to something like that and sit on the windowsill just looking like a cat, sitting, basking in the sun.
Yeah, you're able to jump up and look around. No one inside really takes any notice of you. They seem very interested in the things that they're drinking.
No milk, though. All boring things, like beer.
Like beer.
What's beer?
You're too young.
Bunny is gonna place herself like, I don't know, 10, 15 feet outside of the door and more or less doing the super high energy ready to action. If that door opens, somebody comes in or out, she's going full sprint.
Okay.
She has no idea what she's going to do when she gets in there, but that's the plan she came up with.
All right. What about Todd?
I think Todd's on board with that idea, thinking that once he gets inside, he can kind of just stick to the outer walls of the bar and just, he doesn't even know what he's looking for, but anyone who seems like a dirty killer.
And is your attempt going to be the same, just going as fast as you can, or are you trying a different tact to get in?
God, yes. Well, I do have a quick point, so I think I will try to kind of piggyback here. Not literally, but on the idea.
I was going to say, would you like to piggyback?
I don't want to slow you down.
So, Bunny and Todd, why don't you give me a quick roll? It's going to be basic. This is going to be a 7. Someone does kick the door open and start to walk out, so you see your opportunity.
Good.
Bunny hit a 9 total.
Okay.
I had a 4. I think what happened is the door kicked open and I saw Bunny run, but it caught me off guard. Like I wasn't ready. And then a fly just kind of like came into my vision on the right side and I couldn't resist.
So Bunny does make it inside. You sprint into this bar. And there's, 11 people in here now, as well as a bartender. And I think the first thing that you notice, before you were kind of getting quick glances, But you do notice that everyone here that's drinking, they're all wearing the same color. They're all in this really like deep crimson with these white patches. And the patches are the same no matter what the clothing is. And I think that one of them like turns and looks down at you and is like, oh, hello. Well, what are you doing here? Are you lost?
Oh, Bunny panics. Run underneath the closest table. Bunny needs an adult. Where's Precious?
Yeah, that's fair. So I think this is going to be, is this more of a sneak? Like you're trying to not necessarily sneak in the sense of slow, but to hide under these places? Or is this like an outrun?
The intelligent thing to do would be to do sly. But what Bunny is going to do is act like a chinchilla and just like, no one can catch me. So I'll just keep bouncing around frantically until an adult arrives.
So I think give me a quick roll. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8, and there is danger with this. These humans seem very interested in you, and they're going to try to catch you.
I hit a 5.
Okay, so mark a point of current danger. So you're at 1 now. And as you are kind of pinballing around, the bartender comes out and puts down a rag that he was wiping the bar off with and kind of scoops you up in it. And like you're instantly swaddled.
She's screaming for Precious and Todd. Precious! Todd!
So you both hear this coming from inside the bar. You just hear Bunny shrieking. And you notice that the rabbit's scream is actually drawing the attention of some other people out on the street. Like they're all kind of, what's that? What was that?
Do rabbits scream just out of character?
They do. It's kind of terrifying.
Okay. So we have Banicula screaming in there.
Yeah.
Is the window open where I'm sitting?
It's not.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just going to peek in and see what's happening with Bunny.
Yeah, right now she's being walked away. They've got her swaddled in a cloth and they're walking away from the window with her.
I don't want to go in the pot.
Todd's first thought when he hears the screaming is that he's so glad he didn't make it inside. But then he's going to feel responsibility.
Is the door still open or has it closed?
It's closed. It's a swinging door.
So I'm going to do that thing cats do when they're hunting, like kind of crouch, and the tail starts twitching as I'm watching the door, and then when it opens, I'm going to jump in.
So I think that the door opening again is actually because someone from outside has been attracted by the sound. So they start moving towards the door. So if you both want to try and get in with this person, is this a sneak in? Is this a fast dart in? Is this a timing thing or a speed thing?
I think this is a sneak thing because cats aren't obvious when they go into rooms. They're just like, nope,
just
you
there.
didn't see me. I'm not here. No.
Todd's going to try to grab onto the ankle of the person entering the bar. I'm hoping they're wearing long pants because otherwise it's going to be very noticeable. I just want to try to grab on and hold until we get inside.
It's like tree frogging it on somebody's leg.
Yeah. So Precious, give me a sly. This is going to be 7. This is going to be basic.
Okay. Well, I have +3, so yeah. So 4 + 3 is 7 on the nose.
Excellent. And Todd, I think to glom on to the ankle of this person walking inside, it's going to be a fear. She needs some strength to do this.
I figured, yeah.
So this is going to be a little more difficult. I think this is challenging. So give me this is going to be an 8.
Okay. I don't have any bonus in this.
Come on, Todd.
You got this.
I rolled a 2.
Okay. The thing that you don't realize is that they have that high cuffed boot, and you actually go inside the high cuffed boot, and you're just in darkness. Precious, you're able to get inside. You see that the bartender has got Bunny and has sat down at a table, and all of the people in this bar have now moved, and they're like congregating around her and looking down at her.
But I don't know where Todd is
because
Todd has disappeared.
Yeah, Todd has disappeared.
It's a magic act.
Yeah.
Okay,
Todd is doing
Kragan.
his best Tanuki impression, just hiding in a boot.
So he's Canadian. He's oot in a boot.
Yeah.
He's ooting the boot.
Yeah, so I'm going to just weave my way between human legs, getting towards Bunny. Is she like on the bar top or?
No, the bartender's holding her. So she's at a table. The bartender's sitting down at the table, and all of the patrons have gathered around this table to look down at Bunny.
So I'm going to jump up on the table and then arch my back and hiss at Bunny as if I'm scared of Bunny or something and start making myself look bigger and hissing and
And what is your what are you hoping to do here with this?
I'm hoping to startle them enough that they drop Bunny and Bunny can get away.
Oh, I see. So I think this is going to be a fierce to try and scare the bartender. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8, and there is danger involved.
Okay. Oh, fierce is a 1.
Do not leave your rescues on my shoulders.
10
Nice.
plus 1 is 11. I am a very scary cat.
Yeah, fair. You leap up onto the table, and it almost seems like he's not used to seeing animals. And he's like, ho, 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 and he falls backwards. And as he does, Bunny goes flying. Bunny, what are you doing as you feel yourself freed from this swaddling?
Listen, one, I'm so glad an adult arrived. God bless Precious. Bunny operating on pure adrenaline and fear is going to be like, fuck this place. And she's going to go from table to table, knocking over everything. Everything. If it's on the table, it's going on the ground. So she's pinballing again, just up top now.
What are you hoping to accomplish with this?
Where's the guy? Where's the guy? Where's the guy?
Okay, so you're trying to, like, as you pinball around, you're trying to find that blood.
Yep.
So I think this is going to be, this is going to be a clever, I think. Because you've got to either spot the blood or smell the blood. And, they're all in a big group. So that makes it better for you. But they have just released you, and you know they're interested in you for some reason. So there is going to be danger here. But we're going to say this is a 7. This is basic, just to spot the blood on them.
All right, guys. She's working with a 0 clever, and she rolled a 6.
Add another point of current danger.
Oh my gosh.
And as you sprint around again, you leap up onto the table and you slip in some of this spilled beer, and you fly right into the arms of someone else. And they're like, oh, you're all right. Now calm down. And she looks up to the others. Like, it's almost like she can sense what's going to happen to her. And they all chuckle.
It's not funny. I don't want to go in the pot.
Todd, inside the boot. What's up, man? How's it going inside the boot?
Well, toads don't have teeth, so I can't bite the leg or anything. But I'm in total darkness, right? I just jumped, and then now it's dark. But I assume I feel the motion of this person walking.
Yes.
And am I hearing all the commotion?
Yeah.
Rev, I don't know how familiar you are with how dumb I am as a player, but the thought that I'm having is that I'm here in darkness.
Yeah.
And I'd really like to see where I am.
Oh, God.
So I'd love to make flame inside the booth.
Yes.
Yeah, this is simple. It is the thing that you can do, and you're just trying to do it right where you are. But there is danger because it's magic, so there's danger at stake here. Magic is just your straight D10, no modifier.
Okay. And what do I need for this?
A 6.
A 6. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 7. I thought it was a 1.
Oh,
I was sorry.
So, yes, there you do not get that point of danger. You light something in front of you on fire, and smoke starts to rise up around you, and it's like, oh yeah, it's bright, but it's very crowded, and the smoke is very dense, and you see this like crosshatch pattern in front of you start to like sizzle and burn away, and then there's all these little coarse hairs, and very quickly, as you are kind of sitting in the light and getting your environment, you feel the air underneath you as whatever it is that you're in just goes sailing across the room, hits the wall, falls to the ground. You are okay, and you can see that the man whose boot you fell into he's like hopping on one leg and smacking at his sock to put it out.
Okay. Yeah, I think when Todd gets to do make flame, he just gets a little bit crazed. So he's kind of now against the wall, just like, yes, more of that. Yes, that was wonderful. Yes. But yeah, he's going to try to get a safe position, not inside the boot, because that guy might come get it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Just kind of keeping a view of whatever the hell Bunny is doing and Precious on the bar.
So why don't you give me a hide to get out of this boot and get someplace safe? Everyone is very distracted, so this is going to be simple, but there is danger here. You've seen that they're very interested in animals for some reason.
Okay. A 7 again.
Nice.
Where do you want to go?
If there's like a coat rack or a hat rack, I just want to kind of hide in the corner of the bar if I can, behind something like that.
Yeah, no problem. You're able to find a coat rack and get underneath the legs, and there's a long trench coat-esque thing, wrong period, but same look, hanging on this rack.
In the back of his mind, that looks flammable.
Yeah, fair. Precious, you are on the table. You have seen this man kick his boot off with a flame inside of it. I think that you have even seen Todd dart out and find his hiding place. But Bunny is being held by this older woman, and everyone around is kind of giggling. Like, oh, yes, it's like she's aware of what we're going to do to her.
God damn it, Bunny. Doing my best over here. Why do I have to do everything myself? So I'm going to do that stretch that cats do where they go really low in the front and the tail goes really up, like long stretch on the table. And while I'm doing that, it's because I'm sniffing around for the scent that I was tracking earlier.
Okay, so I think that, boy, I keep kind of reverting to clever with this, trying to track this thing. And I think that still holds. Everyone is focused elsewhere. So this is going to be basic. Actually, it's going to be simple. This is going to be a 6.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
come
good
on, Precious.
because I don't have I have a +0 to that stat, and I get to 6.
Yes!
So you are able to sniff around, and you do notice that smell of blood is coming from the little old woman who is currently holding Bunny.
The one that's holding Bunny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I do my long stretch, and then if no one's going to, give me scritches, then I'm just do that thing. Cats are like, well, I didn't want them anyway, and roll off the table, and I'm going to go weaving away towards the little old lady who has Bunny.
You understand cats so much better than I understand toads.
I have a cat.
So Bunny, what are you doing?
Screaming frantically at the top of her lungs. She's thrashing around, and I think her primary objective right now is to get out of this woman's arms. She doesn't understand what the humans are saying, but she knows that rabbits sometimes go in pots, and she doesn't want to go into the pot.
You have teeth, Bunny. Use them.
The ears start turning. I do have teeth. This is why Bunny needs an adult. Now, with an actual guided course of action, I'm going to try to bite the old lady.
So this is going to be fierce, and there is danger here, of course. And, you've been running around a lot. They know what you are, where you are. So I think this is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8.
So I just want you guys to know, I have 2 danger currently.
Don't roll a 1.
And I don't have any fierce whatsoever. Oh, no. This might be Bunny in the pot. Bunny hit a 10.
Nice. Whoa. So yes, you are able to bite onto this woman's hand. And I think the thing that you kind of note from this is that the blood that comes out of her tastes wrong. And it's not the right color. You've just seen blood recently. It's not the right color. And with a 10, where do you want to get to? Where would you like to go? I'm going to say that kind of gets you a free hide as well.
Let's go behind the bar.
Okay.
Behind the bar out of view. Just quick scamper, slide into a bottle, fall behind the bar.
So we've got Bunny behind the bar. We've got Todd behind the coat rack. Precious is currently weaving her way towards the old woman, but you've noticed that Bunny has escaped. What do you want to do?
If I think that she's the one who killed our witch, even if I see Bunny's escaped, I'm just going to go up and do that, weaving between her legs and nuzzling and like I'm looking for fish or a snack or something. She
looks down at you and she sniffs, and when she does, her nostrils get way too large. Like they flare.
Oh no.
And then that's gone. They're normal sized again. And she reaches down to pet you.
Does Precious see the blood from the wound?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I see it's a weird color.
It is. Yeah, it's this weird gray, and it's got these kind of streaks of green in it.
Zombie.
Toad people.
So I'm gonna let her do that, keep nuzzling while my brain is racing, trying to think if I've seen anything like this before.
Yeah.
In Mom's magic.
I don't think you've seen anything like this before.
Okay.
You have seen all these people in these matching clothes, and then there's this old lady that there's just something off about. It seems like there's something unique going on in this town.
Cult.
And Todd will try to hop behind table legs to get closer to Precious after saying all that happened with Bunny, and now that Precious is over there.
Is there anything that you want to do once you get closer to Precious?
Not yet. I just want to avoid boots if possible.
I think that, everyone is still kind of looking around for where Bunny went. They don't really have any clue. There was a lot of good ricocheting momentum that set things being knocked into different places, so they are very unclear as to where she went. So this is going to be a simple to make your way across the bar and get really close, but there is going to be a danger here if you are seen. So just a 6.
Okay.
And I'll be with Sly.
Sly. Oh, I have 2 Sly. That's good.
Nice.
5 with the 2. Yeah, 5 total.
Oh, with the oh my God, Cuppy.
So as you hop over, you kind of start sneaking away, and you get down and you hop some more, and then you start to like climb up a chair leg to get like that last jump. And as you make that last leap, this hand with this weird gray and green blood coming out of it just snatches you out of the air, and you're very close to this woman's face, and she's just looking at you. This will do. The rabbit would be nice. The cat won't work. That was last time, but you would do as well.
It's a cult.
Todd has no idea what she's saying, but obviously doesn't like the situation.
Yeah, and I think that you can all understand humans, but I think only Precious can speak to humans with her magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay.
So I understand the intent pretty well then.
Yeah.
I think, and she has a pretty firm grip on me right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So do mark 1 point of current danger as well.
Thank you. I'm not going to burn her yet.
Okay.
But I'm going to kind of wait a minute, a few seconds, whatever, just to see what her true intention is. If it looks like she's going to eat me raw, then we're going to have something else to say.
Yeah.
So Bunny is going to quickly run out from behind the bar where she has line of sight on this woman, and then she's going to quickly drop distract and confuse.
Oh, okay.
With the intent of maybe if I walk away, she will follow me and maybe we can get her outside.
Okay. And so distract, confuse, you want to hit this old woman with it, and you want her to walk outside, to not know where she is, to follow you.
Basically, to put her mind back on, nope, no more toad stew. We're going to do rabbit stew again. And here's the rabbit. It's moving a lot slower.
Oh, I see.
Let me go catch the bunny.
All right. So this is going to be magic, obviously. So there is no stat added to this, but there will be danger at risk. This is going to be simple. This is going to be a 6. They already wanted to use you, and you're just trying to put that focus back on yourself.
Yeah. Drop the frog. Come get some rabbit.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
It's not underneath my danger, but I rolled a 4, so I didn't make it.
So do add a point to your danger. What is your current danger now?
I think it's a 3.
Okay.
Oh my God, guys.
It's amazing
love
this
it.
bunny made it this long.
You step out, and I think the fail on this is you step out and you go to use this confusion, and you see Todd's eyes just go. It seems like this spell might have hit Todd. Todd
God.
seems a little out of it for the moment. Precious, so you see Bunny comes out. What is Bunny, when you use the confusion spell, what does it look like?
Yeah, so once Bunny slid to the side, it's this weird motion where the ears go in different things, and just the foot is going through almost like a spell casting thump 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 with the ears going, and eventually the person's eyes should be going with the ears, but apparently hers aren't.
Yeah, and so you see Todd's eyes doing that, but like full rotation since they're Toad's eyes.
Yeah.
Precious, you have seen this spell hit an unintended target.
I'm going to... How many people are in here? It's 12, right?
Uh-huh.
Are they all close, or is it more spread out while they're looking for Bunny?
So I think that with the old woman saying that the toad would do, they have started to congregate towards that back door with a curtain. In fact, like 2 of them are getting ready to go down there, and you get the sense that they're all going to start migrating that way.
Is she ahead of them, the lady who's carrying Todd, or is everyone else going ahead of her?
She would probably be kind of in the middle. I'm thinking
middle.
of how the scene kind of played out.
Yeah. I'm going to bite her ankle.
Yes.
So this is going to be fierce, of course.
Okay, good. I have points in that.
And I think there's obviously going to be danger associated with this. She is aware of you. This is going to be challenging. This is going to be an 8.
Oh, come on, Rina.
Because I assume you want to bite her so that she'll drop Todd.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when my cat bites me, I drop everything.
Yes.
It's not pleasant. It's a 9.
Oh, nice.
So you lay your claws into her ankle. She lets out a very odd sound. It's not a scream. It's kind of this...
What the hell?
More of that green and black blood comes trickling down the ankle, but Todd is thrown into the air. Bunny, what are you doing when you see this happen?
Is Todd still under the effect of my spell?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's lead Todd away from this situation.
Give me a 6, a sly, to get over there and get him and get away unseen.
I get so stressed out every time you ask me to roll something with this danger. That's an 8 total.
So yeah, you are able to go over and start twitching your ears at Todd. You lead him over underneath a booth, and then you're able to move your ears again, and Todd's eyes stop rotating and clear up.
I did it. I freed myself. I knew I had it in me.
Confused ears that are not going to argue that one. Hey, that lady tastes weird. And she sounds weird.
And I think that Precious is under this as well. Like that you can get away in this moment.
Okay.
And that no one knows where you're all at, but you're all kind of underneath the back corner booth right now.
I don't like the way she tastes. It's very strange.
You've both tasted the people.
Yeah, saving your slimy ass.
Oh, well, we all have our own perspective, I suppose. They're not like Mom. That's for certain.
How do we get the eyes? And why are they all dressed the same?
It's probably a cult.
Does anyone know what we're to do with the eyes?
We take them back to Mom.
Okay. And you do the rest, Precious? I'll be in my ashtray during that. Yes. So how should we battle the people? Precious? You'll take that on. Mm-hmm. I will survey the bar, make sure no one else comes
You're
through.
the one who has the fire magic, Todd. You can actually do things.
It's true. That's what Mom used to say. I appreciate that, Precious.
Aww.
Thank you.
Precious is doing the Scar Lion King. I am surrounded by idiots.
And that is accurate.
Todd interprets that as sincerity.
You can set some things on fire, cause a distraction. Or, I don't know, maybe you can set her on fire.
Is she the killer? Could you smell it?
She had the blood, and it wasn't hers. It was Mom's.
If there's a way to cover her clothing in alcohol. Remember what I did at Mom's house that one time with the fire?
Yeah, when you ruined her birthday party. I remember. We all remember, Todd.
Yes, it's why one half of the den is just charred black. It was beautiful. But remember the drinks, just like the ones they have here, I think.
All right, so Bunny, can you knock over some drinks? And then Todd can set the thing on fire, and we cause confusion.
Bunny takes off. Before she even hears the rest of the plan, she's like, yep, that sounds good. She's off. And this is like jumping on tables, kicking a bottle towards her, jumping on another table, kicking a bottle towards her, kicking bottles on the ground towards her.
I think first, I hate to do this. I'm going to ask you for 2 rolls, and I don't want to, but I'm gonna.
It's okay.
I wish I had any control over this situation, but
you don't. No, you don't.
We don't believe you, Ref.
So first, just give me a clever, and this is going to be simple, just a 6, because I want you to try and figure out where she is.
No, we lost her. Okay. That was really close. I missed it, but I am over my danger. I rolled a 4.
So you notice that as you get out that you don't see her anywhere. And there are maybe 3 or 4 people less in here than when you were kind of all ducked underneath and started having your chat. And so I think that in that realization of her being missed, if you want to still start knocking stuff around to set up this fire base for Todd, you absolutely can. Or if you want to abort and return back to the group.
We keep knocking over bottles.
All right. So then in that case, I think give me quick. You're going to ricochet around the tables and knock stuff over. They are on the lookout for Bunny. There is danger here. It's going to be an 8, but it is with quick.
Small victory. She hit a 13 on that one.
Wow.
Nice. All right.
She's doing it to impress Precious. Like as she's soaring through the air, she's like, watch me hit this bottle of rum. Boom.
And it's a lot of like Assassin's Creed wall running, knocking over bottles as you go from behind the bar.
Parkour Bunny.
Yeah, this whole place is just doused. Everyone's like freaking out. They don't even see you. You're able to do a full lap of the room and get back underneath the booth with the other 2.
Todd, set the place ablaze.
You're sure? Todd got in a lot of trouble last time he did this. Just wants reassurance.
I told you it was an option last time. I didn't tell you had to last time, so that was your fault. But this one, I'm telling you to do it.
Okay. And Todd is going to hop over with not even a sense of urgency, but just looking for where some of the alcohol's pooled and maybe is connecting to other things that Bunny's spilled. And he's going to make flame.
Okay, so there is no bonus to this because it's magic. There will be danger. I would say trying to set this room on fire would be difficult, but because of Bunny's success, we're going to knock it down.
Okay.
So I think this is going to be a 7. This is going to be basic. You just got to get a nice basic flame.
Okay. 4.
Oh my God, Todd.
All right, so mark a point of danger.
Yes.
Are you at 2 now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not so bad. You hop out and you try to light this up, but I think you're just so excited. The tiny pyro that rides on Todd's back, you're just so excited about it that nothing happens. Like, you're too excited.
Yeah.
and it just, you're like, yes. And it just kind of fizzles and sizzles and nothing happens.
That's normal for him.
This is the thing about making fire is that no one ever wants Todd to make fire. So now that people are watching him and encouraging him,
Performance anxiety.
It's like stage fright. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very daunting.
And I think that the danger here from this fail is that you smell something bad coming from that curtained door. Like, it smells as something that can be prey. It smells dangerous.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm retreating as far away from the curtain as I can get then.
Yeah.
I don't, that's never happened before,
Last
Precious.
time you managed to set half of the cottage on fire, and now when I need you to do this one little thing.
I know, but it's so much cooler when people don't want you to do it.
Okay, would it help if I said, Todd, you asshole, don't ever set anything on fire ever again?
Maybe next time we'll try that. Right now, I just need to get away from that curtain, and you do too. Something back there is going to kill us all.
Okay, so why don't we get out of here?
Yes.
And you set fire to the place on our way out, and then we see what comes out. Or rather, you don't set fire to the place on the way out. Don't do that. No, that would be very bad, and I would be very disappointed in you, Todd. You should not do that at all. I read one of Mom's reverse psychology books.
Yes.
Mom warned me about people like you or cats like you. I don't. So, Rev, I feel like Todd shouldn't try to start the fire a second time. What's your read on that?
Oh, yeah, you absolutely can try again. It's going to be more difficult because performance anxiety.
And my danger keeps going up.
Yep. So it's going to have a point of danger. There is no bonus to it, and it's going to be challenging now. It's you're not going to get that added effect from Bunny's success.
So I'm going to try to convince Precious here. Precious, I don't know how much more fire I can make today. I think that we need to make sure that it's going to kill the woman when I do it again. This is the weirdest pillow talk suddenly.
I need a nap and a sandwich first before I can try to make fire again.
And a cigarette, wait.
Yes. Let me.
You got a headache. I know.
Yes, I just need time to recover. Please.
But Rav, that's the question though. Is there a fireplace in here?
Inside the barn, no.
Do they have a kitchen?
Not that you see.
Damn it.
Unless it's behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And it's only drinks we've seen out on the tables?
Correct.
Okay. Why don't we leave and try to sneak into, see if there's a cellar, something like Mom's cellar. That was like the coolest place in the house.
But you get to that from the inside.
I don't.
Ooh.
Oh, you want to go in by yourself, tough guy? Okay, let's do it that way.
I might do better without everyone watching me. I'm just, It's up to you. Both of you can decide. I've never been asked to make a decision. This is very odd.
Todd?
Yes?
I don't know if there's a cellar or anything, but do you think you could find out and get in?
From the inside or the outside? You don't care.
Outside. That's what you said to begin with. Gosh.
Oh, you liked my idea this time.
I didn't say I liked it. Just saying we're kind of low on ideas, and my brain's getting tired from being the only one thinking around here.
From being the only adult here.
I think Todd is just looking to exit this embarrassment as quickly as possible. So if anybody opens that outer door, or if he can find a way out, a missing stone, something like that, then then he'll take it.
Right now, it doesn't seem like anyone is coming or going. There is an upstairs still. You did see stairs, that go around to rooms, but you could try to go over and force the door yourself. It is just a swinging door. There doesn't seem to be any traffic at the moment.
That's not a Todd thing. Do you two think you can move the door for me?
So during this entire conversation, Bunny is like hyper focused on that curtain, and that foot is like tap, 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 tap. Like she's getting ready to make a really stupid decision. So she didn't hear that at all.
Bunny, you've distracted yourself.
Didn't even need to use magic. All right, I will try and open the door for you.
This is going to be a fierce. This is not bad. It'll be a basic. It'll be a 7, but there will be a point of danger associated with this because, people are aware that there are animals here.
6 + 1, 7.
Yeah.
So you're able to push the door open, and Todd gets out. What is Bunny doing?
Door swinging open. Todd the Toad is able to get out. Bunny is on her own little planet, still like, I'm going down there. I can go down there. I can get down there real fast and get back. I can do reconnaissance. So she's just paralyzed in lack of decision making right now.
Precious, are you following Todd outside, or are you staying inside?
Oh, no, I'm staying inside. Okay. I'm going to see if I can see anything past the curtain if someone goes through. I'm not going to be able to get in the way Todd is, and if I'm back there, I can't get in, whereas here I can get down to him if I need to. So
I think outside with Todd, what are you doing outside, Todd?
Well, I think as the door closes, Todd's going to make eye contact with Precious and say, if I don't see you again, please get the eyes. Do it for Mom.
I mean, that was kind of the plan anyway.
I know, but I was thinking that maybe you would feel sadness about my potential death.
I don't know why you're asking me to do the thing I was going to do anyway, whether you live or die, but okay.
I thought we could have a poignant moment, this one last connection.
Precious just kind of does that cat stare.
And the door shuts.
And then right when it shuts, I think Todd takes a moment, and then it's like, what the fuck was I going to do out here?
Is that Todd or Cup?
It's both.
He just starts hopping home.
Yeah. So I think that, hopefully there's some water gathering, so at least I can splash through some puddles. But Todd is going to hop his way toward the side of the building where the curtain area should be, or whatever's behind the curtain. And I'm looking for cellar windows, graded entrances to the underneath the bar, any open windows back there, anything like that.
There is a cellar door, and I think it's pretty old. So you could give me a sly to kind of squeeze through it. There's kind of a gap in it because it's old warped wood.
Sure.
So this will be a 7. This will be basic, but there's no danger here. No one really is aware of your presence.
And I can't roll under my danger because I have 2 sly. I like this roll.
Yes.
Nice.
I rolled a 10.
Excellent. You are able to squeeze your way in between these 2 cellar doors, and you fall through and plop down onto a set of stairs.
Okay.
And down here, it is all dirt and mud. And you see the old lady, and she is walking around, and there are 4 people chained to walls. And one of the people on the walls is the old lady.
What?
And she looks at one of the other people, and she looks at the damage that she has, and she goes over to this very burly man. He's got this long brown and black beard, and she puts her hand on his chest, and you see that like she starts to shimmer, and then you hear like the sounds of bones moving, and she just contorts and then looks like him. And as she changes into this guy, the woman on the wall, you see these wounds appear on her, and she kind of startles out of her like unconscious state and screams, and then kind of refaints.
Wow.
And the old woman now, this burly man, is like, "Well, we're gonna have to find some fuel for this spell soon. That witch hunter is very skillful, but not very powerful."
Wow. Todd thought that his mom was the most powerful human in the world, so this is crazy for him to be seeing this. So I think after being stunned for a moment, he's going to try to cover his body in mud because you said it's mostly dirt and mud down here.
Yeah.
As kind of a form of camouflage. And that way maybe he can get more into the mix of what the humans are doing.
I think this is going to be a sly. Give me a sly. They're not aware of you. It's very muddy down here. This is going to be simple. It's going to be a 6, but I think there is danger if you're spotted.
Okay. That's fair. Okay, 3 and I got 5. Yeah.
Shit.
Okay. Things don't go horribly wrong because you didn't roll under your danger.
Right.
But you notice that this big burly man, his nostrils flare far too large. And it seems like he's sniffing in your direction. Now, I think I smell something down here that could be useful. Start scouring. And 2 of the people dressed in these similar colored clothing start like looking around in the basement. Back upstairs with Bunny and Precious. What's up?
Precious is going to go nudge Bunny out of her indecision.
Oh, boom, and Bunny takes off running.
All right. So, and the intent is to get in, see something, and get back out.
That is exactly the intent, yeah.
Okay. So I think this is going to be, we'll make it quick.
Thank God.
And it's going to be difficult. And there is danger. So that's going to be a 9.
All right, guys.
Oh, God.
She's got a 3 quick. Oh, she hit a 7. 10 total.
So yes, you are able to go in. And the thing that, like, part of what made this so dangerous was that as you bust through, you fall a little bit.
Oh, God.
Because there's stairs that you didn't see. But you're able to correct. And I think you see this. The thing that Todd just saw, you see the old witch hunter. She touches this burly man and the bones crack and the skin shifts. And then she looks like him. And then the woman on the wall wakes up and like screams as these cuts that you have all given her appear on the person on the wall. And then you see Todd like trying to get in the mud. And then you're able to get back out to Precious.
Okay.
Important question.
Yeah.
When Bunny and Todd see the witch hunter change, do the eyes change?
They do not. You know that the person who has just shapeshifted is the person who killed your witch. And you know that is a witch hunter on the wall because whatever this thing is referred to, the witch hunter had skills, but it's a very delicate body. So you know that this thing changing does have the eyes you need.
Okay, so this is the one. All right.
Yeah. And so it doesn't seem like it is technically the witch hunter, but it is the thing that committed the murder.
Bunny, what did your rabbit eyes see?
So, like, runs back up the steps, hits a wall, looks you dead in the face, screams out something about Todd, hits another wall, is going back down, and is going, chameleon, 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 and then goes back down.
Like a lizard?
No, it changes skin!
Where is Bunny now?
Yeah, where are you now?
Going back
You're
down.
going back downstairs?
Because Todd's down there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go down after Bunny, just shaking my head.
So as Bunny heads back downstairs, you see these 3 people looking around for Todd. It's dark down here. It's damp. They're like striking matches and getting candles out to try and figure out.
Todd's like Eminem in 8 Mile, like pep talk. Like you have one fire that you're going to need to make, and you can do this. Just one fire, one opportunity.
This is your moment, the magic, the music.
Todd is just trying to like get a good vibe going.
Oh my God.
What about Bunny? What's Bunny up to?
Listen, if Bunny can do a flyby, grab, and go, that's what Bunny is aiming for right now. Grab the Todd and run.
Okay, and run like back out?
Back out, yep.
Okay, so there's going to be danger here. I think this is going to be, boy, it almost seems like a fierce because it is carry, but it's also trying to be quick. You want to make a pitch?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna do a pitch and a beg for quick because this is a drive-by attack. You know, this is all about speed. You don't really need strength if you're super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that works.
You had me until you didn't believe you.
I don't know if this is how it works, Rev, but what if Bunny uses quick and then Todd does the carry work by jumping on when she runs by?
All right. So yeah, danger for both of you. Quickness for Bunny. This is gonna be challenging. It's gonna be an 8.
Ooh.
And for Todd, this will be fierce to jump on and grab a hold. Unless you'd like it to be clever, because it could be a timing thing.
Yeah, let's do that. I think this is about the timing.
Okay. And so this is gonna be challenging as well. They're both gonna be 8s. And there is danger here.
Bunny failed, like a boss.
Oh no.
What did you get, Bunny?
She rolled a 4. Her current danger is at a 3. It was close again.
I didn't roll yet because I don't know if they fail. Do I still roll?
Yeah, roll it anyway. We'll see what happens.
I rolled a 6, which is not enough. I have 1 clever.
Yeah, so you both add a point of danger.
Yikes.
And you kind of end up in a heap on the ground. For the moment, you are covered in mud. Like, you have kicked up a lot of mud. You've made a lot of noise. The people down here know which corner you're in, but because of this kind of team attack and the mud usage, they're not instantly on you, but you know that they know at least the area that you're in, and they kind of start like digging through the mud trying to find you. Precious, you see this happening. What are you doing?
So where is the chameleon changeling, whatever it is? Like, what is he doing?
He is also moving towards the area of mud. Like, the 2 underlings are really kind of wrist deep in it, trying to find, and they're like moving the light around to make it easier for them to see.
So did his clothes change when they did the transfer?
The clothes did not, just the physical form.
Can I steal keys from pockets? Because if they're still wearing this innkeeper's dress, there'd be the big frilly pockets kind of thing, which is why I wanted to know if the clothes changed or not.
Sure. You can try and sneak over to the shapeshifter and try to grab the keys out of its pocket. There's obviously going to be danger here. I think this is going to be sly. It's going to be difficult. You do know those were deep pockets, so 9.
Oh, God. So I need a 6 or above.
Come on, Precious.
Come on. 10.
So you are able to go over and sneak inside of the pocket of this shapeshifter and grab a set of keys out.
I want to carry them over to, I guess, maybe the big burly guy, because he's probably the most likely to be able to extricate himself, because the innkeeper lady looks like she's not feeling too great right now. So I'm just going to...
Way to add allies. Yes, Rina!
Is he, when they shapeshift, is he conscious or is he out of it? That was my question.
They're all unconscious right now.
Oh, they're all unconscious.
But
okay.
I can bite things and wake them up.
Okay, got you.
So I'm going to carry the keys over. I'm going to try and bite him on the ankle and wake him up, nudge the keys.
So you would have to do this yourself because they're chained to the wall. They are like feet above the ground, chained to the wall. Okay. So I think this would be clever to use a human tool.
Okay, I don't have any in that. What do I need to roll?
Hand off the keys to somebody.
It's not.
I got a 7.
Oh, don't tell me what it is yet, because I haven't given you a difficulty.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going to say 8, but now I feel bad saying it after you've already rolled.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think that you go over and you've got to climb up this man and like put the key in with your mouth and try to turn it. So at a point of danger, you're able to get the key in, but as you're going to turn it, you feel this big burly hand grab a hold of you. And this man looks down at you as like, this cat got away. I don't need this cat. And he turns and he throws you towards the curtain. Todd and Bunny, hands are probing at you, getting ready to grab a hold of you. What are you both doing? You see Precious get thrown out the curtain back into the bar proper.
Oh, everything I want to do is so dumb. What do you think, Bridgett? What's Bunny doing?
Like, it was all fun and games until you threw my cat. Like, don't throw my cat. How dare you? The audacity, the disrespect.
How dare you?
How dare.
Bunny's going to turn around, and Rev, you can take this however you can find a way. She will either use the little Tasmanian devil speed legs to kick up mud into people's face as an attempt to blind them, distract them, immobilize them.
Yeah.
Or she will do that same method in an attempt to cast, distract, or confuse.
Really, I think it's up to you which you want to do, because obviously the ramification would be different and the stat you're using would be different.
What stat would you ask for?
I think it's going to be... Yeah, why don't you do it with magic?
Oh, God. Jesus.
You know what? You convinced me. Yeah, this should be you have a spell to do it. Are you trying to get one of them or both of them, is my first question. because that will change the difficulty.
2 underlings are coming at me, and the boss, Mom's killer, just threw our cat, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God, Toad is right here, so I'm going to go for one of the underlings.
So this is gonna be basic. This is gonna be an 7.
She rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god.
And what is your current danger?
4.
No. All right. So, Todd, what are you trying to do?
Oh my gosh. Stop Bunny from doing that? No.
Oh my god.
I think that, can you tell me the underlings, what do they look like in the face?
They look like just average Joes and Janes.
Any facial hair?
Sure.
I'm going to try to make flame on the beard of one of the underlings.
Okay.
Yeah, as they reach down.
So it's going to be a 7, and there is danger.
I didn't succeed, but I rolled above my danger, so I got a 5.
Okay. So mark a point of danger.
Yes.
What are you at now? 4?
No, I'm at 5 now.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
Y'all.
I know. Sorry, babe.
You know what? We're going to deal with this from Precious's point of view, I think, for a moment. Precious, you, as cats do, land on your feet up above in the room. And you notice that, like, these other cultists, turn and look as you fly out and, land and I assume hiss at them. And from far below, the way you've just come, you hear that shriek from Bunny again, and then it is cut short. You don't hear it anymore. And there's a pulse of blue light that comes from like underneath the curtain. Something magical is happening. Todd, you see this, that as you try to cast flame onto this guy's facial hair, Bunny gets picked up and handed to the big burly man, and the big burly man holds Bunny up, and just these blue flames erupt from their hands. And it's this weird, like, it's not like Bunny doesn't burn, but it's almost like she just kind of shimmers out of existence, almost like she's been made a sacrifice.
Oh, wow.
And when this happens, you notice that the people on the wall, like they're some of them are in pretty bad shape. It seems like it heals them. It makes them better. And you're kind of stunned in this moment by seeing this. With your fail, I think that's what it is for the moment. That 1, you have witnessed this, and 2, that you're kind of taken aback by it for a moment because you have no idea what happened. Like, what it looks like when things burn. Bunny did not burn.
Right.
Bunny almost like faded out of existence into sparkles.
I pictured the way that Todd makes flame, that he puffs up and then the flame comes out of his mouth. So I think he just swallows the flame when he sees that happen. And then
And it comes out of his nose.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So Todd, what are you doing in this moment?
Leaving. This is not the right moment for Todd to be a hero. So I think that escape is the first priority. Okay.
And which route do you want to use? Do you want to try to use the door that you used before, or go up the steps?
So based on where the henchmen are, is the way I came in behind me right now?
It is, yeah.
Okay, I think that's the easiest.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to try to do is circle around and find another way to meet up with Precious.
So I think this is going to be a sly. You're going to try to sneak out of here. They are a little distracted because of the magic having just gone off, but there is going to be danger here.
Oh, God.
Because there's danger. But we're going to say that this is... I think this is basic. This is going to be a 7.
Okay.
Come on, Todd.
Don't pull a bunny.
Todd.
Todd,
talk to us, babe.
I rolled 2 and I have 2 sly, so I'm 1 under my danger.
Oh my god.
Precious up in the bar. There is a moment where, again, like you're kind of like, what are you doing in this moment? You've been thrown out and you see this blue fire. What is your intended, like, what were you planning on doing next when you hear Bunny scream and then it gets cut off?
Okay, I'm an asshole cat.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
I think that's a good choice, personally.
Like, that's what I would do as a cat. It's like,
Damn your
okay,
eyes.
Bunny's gone.
Yeah.
Todd's probably gone.
Uh-huh.
And if he's not, we'll meet back up on the way home. But I gotta protect my own fur right now, guys.
I think this is gonna be simple. This is gonna be a fierce. So just a 6. There is danger, but this is to get back out of the bar.
6 + 1, that's a 7. That's a right.
Yes. Yeah, you're
okay.
good. Yep.
I couldn't remember if you said 6 or 8. And I was like, oh no.
Yep. No. So you are able to knock the door open again and scamper off into the night. You know, we saw this scene before where the door opened and like you and Todd had this moment and then it closed. And as it opens, we see again this burst of flames from like just beneath this curtain as it closes again. And you know, we kind of pan back and we see this sparkly toad just drifting off into the ether.
Precious just stalks off. Like, okay, well, I liked them, but I can live without them.
So you're going home now?
Well, I gotta go eat, don't I?
I think just paint me a picture here. What does the rest of Precious's life look like living in the witch's cottage, feeding off of her body, etc.?
Oh my God.
I was glad someone picked up on that.
Yeah.
Well, just, wandering around, occasionally going out, catching mice and chasing squirrels. And I probably forget about Bunny and Todd after a few months. It just feels like this has always been just me here. And, maybe I allow another cat in for company, but maybe not. Probably knows through some of Mom's spell books. Yeah,
it's nice to not have roommates anymore. Like it really is. Kind of cramped your style.
Especially Todd had that slimy smell, and Bunny snored.
Bunny definitely snored.
And twitched in her sleep, thump, 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 thump. So, it's quiet. There's pity about whatever happened in the village, but, I made it, so that's all that matters.
And in the distance, where we see Scambleshanks, we see this burly man, and in one hand he holds his hand up and he produces flame.
Oh.
And he's like, oh. And in the other hand he holds it up and there's this like twisting light that kind of dazzles somebody nearby.
He took our spells.
And he's like, oh, this is going to be very beneficial. And he steps out onto a boat and sails away over to another land. And that is The Witch is Dead by Grant Howitt. You can find all of his games at gshowitt.itch.io. He has a ton of amazing one-page RPGs. We have played half a dozen of them on stream. So,
oh my God,
that's a fun game. I like that a lot.
Great.
The success rate on this game, not super high.
You are listening to Ain't Slayed Nobody. For ad-free episodes, heaps of bonus content, and special programming, please join our Patreon posse at patreon.com/ain'tslayed. Or subscribe to Ain't Slayed Nobody Plus at Apple Podcasts. See the show notes for full credits, and help us grow by posting friendly reviews and spreading the word to your friends and followers. Thank you, and good luck out there.